Good day to you. Welcome to Hug Nation Live. I'm John Hal Sandston, and I'm just starting my day. Yesterday morning, I woke up at 4:20 so that I could get to the airport and fly back from Monterey to San Diego. And I think the lack of sleep hit me last night because I slept long and hard. And looked at my clock this morning as I was sleepy eyed. It said 8:55. And I've learned that 5 minutes is not enough time for me to go from sleeping to broadcasting. But it's 9:07 right now. So, you know, it's a tardy, not a truant. Um, so, good morning. I'm here to share gratitude, to hear what you're grateful for, and to set an intention for this day. Whew. I'd love to hear what you're grateful for. Good morning, Juan. Good to see you. Good morning, Gerbot. Ah, I'm grateful for a moist, overcast, foggy day this morning. I love the way that feels. That feels like fall. And I am grateful that I got a bunch of sleep. I am grateful that I I had a bunch of coffee yesterday morning so that because I was, I only had a few hours sleep. But then my shoulder was starting to hurt a little bit as I was working on the computer. So I know that I gotta get off the computer. Otherwise the shoulder injury just gets worse and worse and it stays for days. So I spent a bunch of time yesterday organizing a couple drawers, like the junk drawer and the drawer next to it that I wasn't even sure what it was for. And you know what? I'm pretty proud of myself. I think they're both way more functional. I've got this small pile of items that I don't know what they are or cannot imagine wanting. Actually, s- the, uh, there were plenty that I just said, you know what? I'm throwing this away. Like some random screw. I'm like, you know what? I didn't know it was here. Next time I am in a situation where I need a screw, I know I'm not going to come looking for it here. So I'm just tossing this screw and other little things that I was like, oh, what's this? But I am grateful for two new well-organized drawers, and then I moved some things into places in the basement. Like, I'm like, "Oh, here's a bunch of, like, plug adapters." Like, I have a bin of extension cords. Why don't I just put these all in that bin? That's where I would go if I was looking for this anyway, so why have it just floating in this junk drawer? So grateful for a little productivity in a realm that I don't normally consider as ways that I'm going to spend my day. Good morning, High Noon. High Noon says, I'm grateful to be here now. I've been battling some inflammation in my body. I'm grateful to feel more clear headed now. I am feeling non clear headed, but that's okay. I am embracing that. I'm grateful for some really sweet messages from to and from Lisa last night. And grateful to the feeling of missing her and how good that can feel. Good morning, Mingle. Good to see you. Mm. I'm grateful for a productive meeting I had with Jason and Merrick, my co founders of First Saturdays. We were given for us, a large donation, and we normally have a very low operating budget. We we have volunteers that bring donations, and we give away what people donate. And there's another group, Zap, uh, or SAPCVN, that um, they are in charge of food. That So they bring the pizzas, and so we buy, socks is in our budget, waters, things we put in the care packs, little bulk item stuff. And so this group was like, well, we need to, whenever we give a donation, we need you to answer these questions. How are you using it? How did it help you? What could you do with it that you couldn't do before? And so it was cool brainstorming, like, what are we going to, what are some things we could do? And so uh, the two biggest ideas that we're investigating right now is one, renting a porta potty for the day. Because when we have our events, we're so lucky. There's a church, we're in a church courtyard, and the church does let our volunteers use the bathroom, but it's not open for our clientele, only for the volunteers. And it's like, wouldn't that be cool if we actually did have a bathroom for the people that came, or the people that are waiting in line for, because some people come for hours and are waiting out there. And if we get asked every time, "Hey, can you use the bathroom?" We're like, "No, the bathroom, there's a public bathroom that's, like 3 blocks that way." And I'm excited for that possibility of like a little extra luxury, not silly that a place to go to the bathroom is a luxury, but something nicer. That's one of our ideas. And also the other idea was, as we give care packs, what if we gave actual backpacks to people? Yeah. You can buy backpacks in bulk fairly cheaply. And so instead of just giving them their care packs in a Ziploc, put that Ziploc in a backpack. Everybody will backpacks, roller bags, and sleeping bags are always the things that are so easy to give away because everybody wants them. So we're investigating those solutions to use with our grant money. I love you too, Mingle. Heinen says, I'm also very grateful for the podcast that you and Lisa did together. I give it 10 stars. Thank you. That was a really fun experience. I think I mentioned yesterday that a lot of people in the choir had listened to that podcast, which I think is really good. Ain't gonna sugarcoat it, or ain't gonna take the sugar coat off of it. It's tasty. Thanks, High Noon. Good morning, Derek. Or good day to you, whatever time it is where you are. Hello. Juan says, I'm grateful to see history happen. These are crazy times. Ain't that the truth? And the crazier it gets, the less I try to pay attention. Kerbot says, grateful for a second digital assistant, Cloud, that came through for me when ChatGPT was fumbling my new complicated server setup, which I have been trying to get set up for months. Man, super cool. You got a whole board of advisors or a staff. Awesome, Kerbot. It's just after noon in sunny Florida. Thanks, Derek. Happy lunchtime. Anyone else want to share a little bit something that they might be grateful for? I feel like I'm not sure what I felt like yesterday was packed with goodness, but uh, as I said, I'm a little fuzzy headed right now. I'm grateful that my parents are off having a good vacation, enjoying themselves. I love that they travel. Grateful that they're able to travel. Grateful that I woke up in not too much pain. Sometimes if I sleep over 8 hours, my body hurts really bad when I wake up. So grateful that I got a lot of stuff put away that had gotten out of hand with the choir performances and travel. And I sometimes let the piles and things pile up. Oh yeah, I had a pile of papers that's next to my desk that I filed them away and went through all that. So grateful for a lot of organizational and decluttering tasks yesterday. Gerbot staff. It's like what was once an individual, you, is now a consulting group or a little LLC filled with employees that don't ask for pay. Mm. I'm grateful that I got to attend Gratitude Circle twice yesterday, at noon and 6 p.m. I'm grateful that my cloud photos finally finished downloading. I was trying to, you know, I don't like the way that Apple handles pictures and in the photo app and the cloud, and so I like look. Let's just download them all. I just got a new about 4 terabyte hard drive in my new laptop. So let's just get all of my iCloud photos on there, and it's like 700 gigs. But um, so what I want to do is I wanted to merge it with another old photo uh, photo thing that I had, and unfortunately, I bought a program to do it, and it just keeps giving me errors. So the idea of having all my photos accessible through the Photos app is so far is not happened. But we'll see. I guess what I could do is I could like import. I don't know. We'll see, but at least I made steps forward in either finding a solution or learning that a solution that I thought was gonna work isn't gonna work. Anyone else wanna share a little bit of more gratitude? Thanks for being here today. This is a slow and sleepy, uh, Hug Nation broadcast, as I've now been awake for 25 minutes and starting to get my bearing. I think I'm gonna go for a walk since it's nice and overcast, my favorite time to walk, and we'll see if getting that gets the blood moving a little bit more. I was gonna try to have less coffee today since I had a lot yesterday. It's the day before, it's always like, "Tomorrow, just have a mellow day." But then the day starts and I don't wanna have a mellow day, I wanna have a full of energy day. Derek says he'll be grateful if the AC guy shows up, and he missed his window. Bummer. I definitely know that, um, Florida is inhospitable for humans. Sorry you're going through that. I'm grateful that you've got a plan and that there is a solution in sight. High Noon says, "Oh, Brian popped in. Just dropping in. I'm grateful for clean blankets, French pressed coffee, my 30-year-old collection of marbles I found, and I'm now using in my photography sandbags. How cool. And this loving community. Also, spiritual people. They seem so calming. Hooray for marbles. You found your marbles. I, on the other hand, have lost my marbles, but that is a good omen. High Noon is grateful for mental therapy and physical therapy and kettlebell work to keep me more balanced. Derek says, oh, I just said that one. Gerbot says, I recently bought a big network attached storage device to host all my photos in one place, and it was a game changer. Certainly a great goal to have. Good luck to you. Did you do anything special to dedupe them, or did you have a problem with duplicates? But I applaud you. I mean, there's no way I can't. Actually, I guess I don't have like all my video all together. I do have it on an external drive. I have like a 22 terabyte external that I have most everything on. But I learned long ago that if you want to save source video, that just fills hard drives so fast. Brian says, I did find my marbles, lost them years ago. Happy they showed up when I need them. May we all find our marbles when we need them. Mm. I'm grateful that I survived day 1 of being on my own without Lisa. I love her and I miss her. Gearbot says, I have so much space, I don't care about dupes anymore. Nice. One of the reasons why I wanted to, I don't know how fast or nice your network attached one drive is, but I generally if I'm gonna make a video or I'm working on something and I have an old file, an old video of grandpa, and I'm gonna work on it, I copy it locally to work on it because it slows me down to be accessing a video on an external hard drive generally. I definitely have dupes. That does cause a lot of dupes though, when I keep copying things back to my local drives. Well, maybe I will spend a little time with that today. And I'm certainly grateful I got to spend a little time with you today. So thanks for being here and adding your gratitude and presence to this moment. May we set a intention for the day of the person we want to be. Take a moment to remember who that person is. Patience, kindness, compassion, self-care, collaboration, looking for ways to be a love ambassador and say hello and be kind and friendly to those we pass and those we meet. Let's do that. So wherever you are, let's give ourselves a hug, embracing our bodies, feeling the presence, feeling this incredibly complicated organic system within systems filled with bacterial organisms and gut bacteria and all sorts of stuff that just is somehow all working as this living thing, living, blood pumping, food digesting, just go, go, go machine that houses our consciousness. What a what a trippy gift. Let's be grateful for our bodies, for our thoughts, for our minds, for our hearts, for the energy that flows through us, for all the mysteries, and for the ability to be connected to fellow humans and our interconnectedness. As we take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of us here, thanks for being here. I love you. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Saturday. It's man, flying, going on a trip, performing on a Wednesday night, and then flying home on Thursday. Really, it does not feel like Friday, but I got time to get into the mood of it being Friday. Love you.